Can Bitcoin's price really hit $400,000 in this market cycle? Based on my recent conversation with Tuur Demeester, a veteran Bitcoin analyst and early crypto investor known for his prescient market predictions, it's not just possible, it's probable. In today's discussion, we'll examine 3 central points: the path to a $400,000 Bitcoin price target, why current market uncertainty is holding prices down, and how Bitcoin's fundamental properties become more valuable during global instability. Before we continue, if you enjoy these breakdowns, hit the like and subscribe button for more TFTC content. Full episode linked below. What makes this analysis particularly compelling is how Tuur connects current market dynamics to Bitcoin's original purpose as a response to financial instability. But first, let's hear his thoughts on Bitcoin's price trajectory and the key factors that could drive this massive appreciation.
Yeah, I mean, I think Bitcoin is just... It'll be weird, though, to talk back next time and be like, oh, it's 300,000. What do you think? Like, what? But yeah, I think it will. I think we'll see 400 probably this cycle.
I think so.
Yeah. What do you think?
I think we go higher than that.
Yeah.
I
think likely, yeah.
I guess it's highly dependent on the global macro situation. Do we go into a depression? Maybe harder for Bitcoin to get that high. If not, all systems go. Turn the money printer back on. Who knows? That's the other thing. Just looking at, going back to what we were discussing when we started this part of the conversation, like, can they actually fix it with Doge and all this stuff? I think it is inarguably a net positive, but you look at the liquidity boogeymen that are sitting behind the scenes. Like, you look at commercial mortgage-backed security and the delinquency rates of the underlying commercial real estate mortgages, they're up at like 2009 levels,
wow.
11%.
That's the other one, right? The real estate market.
In this illuminating segment, Tuur presents his compelling case for a $400,000 Bitcoin price target this market cycle. What makes this prediction particularly noteworthy is how he frames it within the broader economic context. At 1031, we frequently analyze price predictions, but Tuur's approach stands out because he's carefully weighing multiple economic scenarios. He acknowledges that a global depression could slow Bitcoin's ascent while also recognizing that money printing could accelerate it. This nuanced analysis demonstrates that Bitcoin's price trajectory isn't just about technical analysis or market sentiment. It's deeply intertwined with global economic conditions. The evolution from Bitcoin being traded for pizzas to potentially reaching $400,000 shows the remarkable maturation of this asset class. What's particularly interesting is how Tuur bases his prediction not just on historical patterns, but on Bitcoin's fundamental value proposition in an increasingly uncertain world. We've established the potential price target, but understanding what's currently holding Bitcoin back from reaching these heights is crucial to seeing the full picture. And as we'll discover in our final segment, the connection between global instability and Bitcoin's core properties reveals why this prediction isn't just optimistic thinking, it's rooted in Bitcoin's fundamental design.
What are your thoughts on the state of the Bitcoin market right now? We're
105?
105? We're below. This is like the lowest. This is the worst post-halving performance that Bitcoin's had, believe it or not, since it launched.
Yeah, my feeling is that it's because people have felt that global markets are overheated. Investors are a bit wary about global markets. Interest rates are going up. These government bonds are, really starting to fade. And if you look at commodity charts as well, they're kind of undecided. Like, are we going to go higher or are we going to really have a big pullback? And so I feel that's what's holding investors back mainly. So if we had a big crash, then they could be like, all right, now we have a bottom in Bitcoin, like kablam, like then we'd go up hard. But yeah, I do think I still think it's gonna be an incredible bull market. I really, really think so.
This segment deepens our understanding of Bitcoin's current market dynamics by explaining why prices haven't yet reached these ambitious targets. Tuur expertly breaks down how broader market uncertainty is creating a unique paradox. Investors are simultaneously concerned about overheated markets and potential crashes. He points to several key indicators: the declining confidence in government bonds, traditionally considered risk-free assets, the indecision in commodity markets, and the overall sense of caution among investors. What's particularly insightful is his observation that a market crash might actually benefit Bitcoin. This might seem counterintuitive at first, but his logic is sound. A crash would eliminate uncertainty and potentially drive investors toward Bitcoin as they seek alternatives to traditional financial assets.
Sup, freaks. This rip of TFTC was brought to you by our good friends at Bitkey. Bitkey makes Bitcoin easy to use and hard to lose. It's the easiest 0 to 1 step, your first step to self-custody. If you have friends and family on the exchanges who haven't moved it off, tell them to pick up a Bitkey. Go to bitkey.world, use the key TFTC20 at checkout for 20% off your order. That's bitkey.world, code TFTC20. This analysis directly supports our thesis about current market uncertainty holding back prices while also setting the stage for potential future appreciation. This relationship between market uncertainty and Bitcoin becomes even more fascinating when we examine how Bitcoin's fundamental properties interact with global instability, which brings us to our final and most compelling point. Stay tuned to understand why Bitcoin's reliability and scarcity become increasingly valuable during times of economic turmoil.
Because there is so much lawlessness and uncertainty and decay, and it's like, and then you appreciate even more the thing that always, every 10 minutes, new block that is so reliable, that is absolutely scarce. So yeah, I really think it's going to be a big rally. But I think people want to know, like, are we going to hypercharge inflation in this, the next 4 years? Is Trump going to print like crazy? Or is there going to be some kind of crash and then we'll deal with that? That means 90% of people, they're not going to have any Bitcoin exposure. Their bond portfolio, their real estate portfolio is going to not help them. So yeah, that is, I think in general, unemployment is baked into the cake because of the low interest rates. The whole economy has been skewed for decades, right? It's like Google should never have become as big as it is, or Facebook, or the social media companies, or, it should have been more the agriculture producers, the mining companies, the basic technology, the foundation of the economy has been underfunded, brutally underfunded for a long time, at the expense of all the service industries.
This final segment brings our entire thesis full circle by demonstrating why Bitcoin's core characteristics become increasingly valuable during periods of global instability. Tuur articulates a powerful insight about Bitcoin's predictable issuance. That 10-minute block interval he mentions isn't just a technical detail. It represents unwavering reliability in an increasingly chaotic financial world. By contrasting Bitcoin's absolute scarcity with the uncertainty surrounding government monetary policy, he illuminates why Bitcoin's fundamental properties matter more than ever. Consider how he frames the current economic landscape. We have uncertainty about inflation, questions about future monetary policy under a potential Trump administration, and broader concerns about economic stability. Against this backdrop, Bitcoin's unchanging properties, its fixed supply, predictable issuance, and resistance to political interference become particularly compelling. This directly supports our thesis about Bitcoin's increasing value during global instability. The big rally he predicts isn't merely speculative enthusiasm. It's a logical conclusion based on Bitcoin's unique position as a reliable constant in an unreliable world. What makes this analysis particularly powerful is how it ties together all three elements of our thesis. The potential for a $400,000 price target makes sense when you understand both the current market uncertainty holding prices back and Bitcoin's fundamental value proposition during periods of global instability. The convergence of these factors suggests that Bitcoin isn't just surviving market uncertainty, it's positioned to thrive because of it. Will Bitcoin's path to $400,000 start with a crash? Let me know in the comments. I read every single one. And if you found this price analysis interesting, you'll want to watch our breakdown of how the monetary crisis could lead to the greatest wealth transfer in history. Click the video on your screen now. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more daily content. Thanks for watching. Stay humble. Stack sats.